Well, good morning. Hey, welcome back here. Milder conditions today, then tomorrow, a whole different story. We get back into the warm with the low 80s on our forecast dinner plate there, as we'll get into it with rain chances diminishing as well. Let's take a quick gander what's happening out there currently. We're seeing, again, there's another system that's working its way closer to us. We have high pressure that's going to be on the way, and that's going to be building into our forecast. This troughing pattern, though, is going to get out of the way, and slowly but surely, you're going to see this continue to just move everything to the east coast, and eventually that warmer air is going to come in. You can see it coming out of Canada as well. Warmer air coming out of Calgary and then continuing down to the Great Basin and slowly drifting over. Right now we have an area of low pressure that is with us currently. It's a cutoff low, and that is ushering in some of that spinning cooling air as well coming out of Canada, and eventually that will help us stay to mild today. Hey, the radar is very quiet, and it's going to stay quiet for the next few days, going into maybe a 20% chance of rain on Saturday, but that's not likely. That may diminish as well. Current temperatures, as I mentioned before, we have some low 40s, we have some upper 40s, as well as pretty much some low 50s currently. And as we roll into it, the local temperatures are from the west all the way into the central zone. We are looking at about 1 to about 6 degrees of warmth, and then back to the east here, holding on to areas down to the south, you're looking at 1 to 5 degrees cooler. So that's what that cooler air with that area of low pressure continues to do and spill out of the way with that cooler air from Canada for right now. That being said, take a gander. I've got patchy to dense fog working its way eastward, again holding on to our local conditions, and that means we have some patchy fog here to dense fog for La Crosse. That being said, as we go into it, that fog is going to slowly but surely get out of the way as we go deeper into the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and again the 9 o'clock hour. It's going to back off and start working its way up to the east, and I should say up from the east going to the west there, back to the Mississippi and done. Eau Claire holding on to clearing skies, getting into partly cloudy skies to finish out your day. Going into the morning hours, into the afternoon, it's going to look pretty nice. La Crosse, a different story. Fog is already here, and it continues to stay with us all the way to the 7 o'clock hour into the mid-morning hours, breaking down with extra sunshine on the way, going into at least 10 o'clock with sunshine prevailing. All right, that being said, we get into the look here. We've got all the way into the 8 o'clock hour. We're seeing some clearing skies. That wind continues to come right out of the north and continues to work its way out to the east. And that being said, it's going to clear our skies, and temperatures will get a little bit more comfortable in the day. By 9:45, you're looking at 50s, then 60s come in about the noon hour to the low 70s. Eventually, as we go deeper into the afternoon, we're going to see conditions to be a little bit on the mild side. Finishing out here, you're looking at highs today. We're looking at least 74 to at least the upper 70s finishing out the day. You get into the zones, you're going to be seeing that continue all the way throughout the day, working into your forecast area. Once again, as I've mentioned before, everybody's hitting those 70s all the way across the picture here. And as we get into the next few days, again, we're going to hold on to conditions playing out like this. As you can see, we're going to warm it up tomorrow. 80s come back, and they stay with us all the way through the remainder of the week going into Monday of next week.